Hey guys and gals, I'm back and I'm going to do video 3B, which is going to hopefully tie together video 1, video 2, and video 3, which are the poems. And they are regarding, first of all, I was born premature. My mother had to have an emergency C-section because I was not breathing. I did not get the sufficient oxygen that I needed to keep my brain cells working. So I was born with some brain damage. Then my mother resented me for scarring her body up the way that it happened. And she never forgave me. And she never really loved me because of it. Then I turned to my dad because my mother and my father finally split up, and I had my dad. And my dad, I could only keep him happy by doing everything perfect. Had to be perfect all the time. Gymnastics, dance, singing, painting, art, poems, singing. Everything had to be perfection. Because without perfection, I was afraid that he would abandon me too. This is what happened. This is what happens to children when they have all this pressure put on them and they don't know how to deal with it, so they internalize it. And this is what happened to me. Hope it doesn't really relate to anybody out here, but I'm pretty sure it will. Okay. The cost of perfection, childhood trauma, a physical trauma, total physical damage over exertion and restriction. The starvation effect, anorexia, didn't just affect weight, it impacts the stomach motility issues you already had from birth. It slows digestion further, causing the stomach not working right to become a chronic painful cycle. Over exercise and growth, pushing your gymnastic body while restricting fuel puts immense stress on growing bones and your heart. The body stays in a state of high cortisol, stress hormone, which prevents true rest and repair. The chronic lack of sleep between the high pressure demands of school and your daddy's expectations, sleep was sacrificed. A starving brain often stays in a hyper alert state, making it impossible to drift off. The lack of rest prevented your body from healing the daily damage of overexertion, mental and emotional toll. The high stakes, performance anxiety, the constant fear of disappointing your daddy created a hypervigilant brain. You were always scanning for disapproval, which keeps the nervous system in a permanent state of fight or flight. The mask of perfection, suppressing your own needs to please others, being ready to please leads to loss of self. You learned to value your achievements more than your actual well-being. Moral scoliolicity. The combination of strict Catholic schooling and a strict father often creates an intense fear of making even a tiny mistake, leading to an obsessive drive to be perfect. The anatomy of a broken heart, abandonment and trust, shattered confidence. When the person who is supposed to love you the most withholds that love, a child often internalizes the message, I'm not worth staying for. This creates a persistent inner critic that undermines every achievement, making you feel like a fraud, even when you are succeeding. The trust gap. Learning early abandonment ruptures the attachment system, the biological blueprint, because your first bond was unreliable.